We are celebrating with the Center for Women and Families. It is the celebration of service. It will be March 11th. 6 wonderful women will be inducted into the Women of Distinction, and they are fabulous women who have given their all to this community. One of those women, Tina Ward Pugh, who is here, Elizabeth Wessels Martin, who is the president and CEO for the Center for Women and Families. Tina Ward Pugh, how are you?
I'm doing good, Dawn.
It has been a little while since I have seen you.
It has. It has. I think the last time I spotted you was at the NAACP annual dinner. Weren't you the
Yes, ma'am. I was the MC
there. You did a fabulous job.
You are absolutely right. Thank you. It is good to see you. How does this feel? We are honoring you. We are thanking you. We see the light in you, and for all that you have done, we thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you. I'm really honored. I'm really kind of astonished, to be honest with you. It's something perhaps that's in the back of everybody's mind, you know, because you know everybody else or other folks who've done this, but you never kind of imagine that you're going to be there and be one of those. And so I'm just honored by that. And I stand on so many women's shoulders to be here today, and especially my mother and my 2 sisters who live in Mississippi, and my 2 sisters are going to be able to join us for the dinner. They are all steel magnolias. They are all steel magnolias.
And you know the strength of strong women, as you said, your mother and your sisters, and you have worked so hard in this community just to make sure we all have a chance to live well and to have what we need. When you think of the services of the Center for Women and Families, and when you just think of people in this community in general, and just what we've been going through with violence, what do you say? What would you want to say?
Well, there are the Center for Women and Families, of course, the flagship and the leader, the front runner, the folks that we should volunteer for, that we should give our money to, regardless of how much. $5 a month,
absolutely,
is $5 a month, and if everybody gave that, you know, it would all amount to a whole lot. You know, being a survivor, you know, I really haven't told this story, but for a couple of folks, but very early on, when I was just out of college, I had a partner who didn't take the breakup well, and she was beating me up on the couch, and some friends who were outside who were locked out busted through the door and whisked me away. I don't even know if my family knows that. But listening to you and the other guests, you know, we have to stop the violence, and so we have to tell our story when we can and hope that we learn from that and protect those who we see need protecting. And so...
Isn't it funny, though, Tina, how, and I'm the same way, and Elizabeth knows, I had an abusive marriage. My husband was and I never spoke of that, like you said.
Right.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Like it's our fault.
Yeah,
like we should
right.
be shamed or something.
That's right.
And that's not how it should be. And they said, will you talk about it? And I said, no. And I said, will you talk about it? No. And then finally I wrote for you all, didn't I? One day I thought, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I acting like this? I wrote about it for them, and I've had more, and it's on their website. I have more people say thank you. But why do we do that to ourselves, you know?
Well, it's true, and I'll just say for me, growing up in Mississippi, then Tennessee, and on here to Kentucky, where I came here to go to seminary back in 1987, you didn't talk about those things.
Right.
And being from the Deep South, you really don't talk about those things. You act like it's not there, because if you talk about it, then it becomes real. Even when everybody knows it's real, if you're not talking about it, it's really not real.
Happen,
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I just, you know, grew up believing that. Being taught that by...
But that pain is still in there.
Absolutely.
All of that is still in there.
Absolutely. And I have family members who are struggling with that, even as we speak, finding ways to be a part of their lives to change that, to stop the cycle. It's just so difficult, but necessary.
Okay, Elizabeth, tell us anything you need to say. Is there something you want to say to people that need help, or is there something that you need right now that you're not getting? I want to give this last couple of minutes to you here.
I think the first thing I want to say is we know that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men in our community are survivors of domestic intimate partner violence. And hearing Tina share the story, knowing your story, we know it's real. And so we have to talk about it. We have to make it real so that we bring more awareness to it and begin to change and stop the cycle. I want anyone who is struggling in an abusive relationship, and I'm talking mental, psychological, it doesn't have to be physical, because the physical comes after all the other. Please reach out to the center, have a conversation, understand that it's not okay to be abused and it's not your fault, ever.
All right. If you can, the centeronline.org, if you can come and visit with us on March 11th, please do. It is going to be a celebration that you don't want to miss. And it's so powerful, and when you leave, you feel like you can fly. You feel like you can fly. Through darkness, light persists. It will be at Mailwood Arts Center, and you are invited to come. If you just want to help the center in some way, you can go to their website and, again, donate. Volunteer. They need men also to volunteer. They need new sheets, anything. There's anything. You can go on there and find out, but they need you. Please don't think there's nothing you can do, because there is, and they need your help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. All right, we'll be back.